All right, we're on to lucky number 13. This is ISO number 13. And once again, we see kind of an L shape going on here. So just need to figure out what the length of that is. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 9 takes us out there. And then the height, we have 2, 4, 6 to there. Oh, that didn't work. 2, 4, that was 5, 6 to here, and then this is the top up here. So that's actually 7 high. The easier way to tell is probably, this is too thick, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the top there. So that's 7, and then it's 4 deep like many of the other ones have been. All right, so I'm gonna make that L shape first. Oh man, I forgot to start a new space for you. All right, so here's a new space. I'll make my L shape. All right, and I really love, when I make my L shapes, I really love to kind of use that origin as a starting point. All right, and a lot of times it kind of naturally does things for you that you want it to. Sometimes it doesn't, and then you have to work on some of your constraints a little bit, which I've done in some other videos. All right, so we're going to dimension this. We said that was 9 units long. We said this is, yikes, 7 units high. And then this piece right here is 2 units high, 2 centimeters. And then this piece right here is also 2. All right, just double check. I think that looks good. Yep, that looks good. All right, check mark there. Got my L shape. I'm gonna extrude it. And that's gonna be 4 centimeters. All right, that's a good start. So now we're going to look at a couple things. The first thing is we're going to round off some edges here. And we have this right here is an arc that is 2 centimeters radius, which will be easy to do if we just do a fillet on that. And likewise, we have fillets here, right there and right there. And those are actually a 1 unit radius, so I'll have to do those as a separate fillet than these others. And then this one right here, well, we can do a lot of creative things there. One of them is we could create a slot, but the other one is we could just kind of sketch a rectangle-ish looking thing and then turn it into a circle as our sketch. So lots of options there. And then of course we have the 2 holes that we'll get to a little bit later. Lots of options there, but let's do the simple stuff first. So we're going to fillet that right there and this right here. Now the thing we want to kind of pay attention to while we're doing this stuff is that, if I end up wanting to make this part wider, but I want this to still be completely rounded right here, then I have to do that differently. I have to use, like a circular tool or something like that instead. So that's something to pay attention to when you're making parts, is like, is there a potential that this part is going to get wider? And if so, then what would actually be a better use of our space there? All right. These up here are definitely good candidates for fillets because of the fact they're just going to be kind of outside. Again, that's a 1 unit fillet right there. So that one's good. All right. Now what do we have left? Well, first we're going to do that slot. So I'm going to sketch a new sketch on this face right here. And I'm going to make a line that starts there. All right, this is going to help this be the right dimension, and then I'm going to kind of come over here and back up to there. And I really, I don't like that right there. I'm going to undo those. I'm going to go back and do a line. I should have turned the line off and come back up here to do this. And then just kind of get down here. All right, and then I'm going to try and make an arc there. First thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make sure that these 2 points are horizontal from each other. That's going to help a lot. And then I need to do, this might actually help. I'm going to go from here to here, and I'm going to make a point on that line. There's tons of ways to do this, but I'm going to do it this way. And we're going to make a, turn that off. I'm going to make this a midpoint of that line, which it may already be. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm going to sketch a center point arc. So I'm going to go from there to there to there. That's a perfect arc right there. So now I just have to do a little bit of dimensioning to get what I want. And it should be pretty simple. Dimension that. I need that to be a radius of 1. And that's probably forced that way. What else? And then I need this distance right here. Looks like it's not going to let me do that. Let me undo that. That was kind of weird. All right. I need this distance to be 2 units. There we go. I got everything else. All right, I'm going to double check my picture. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, 2 units from the top and then the circle with a radius of 1. Cool. So I'm going to extrude those pieces. I'm trying to remove, and I'm trying to go all the way through. Check mark. There's that. Now I need to make the holes on this surface. We'll notice that the holes are basically 2 units from the front end, and then there's a 3 unit difference between the points. So I'm going to go to sketch on this surface. And I'm just going to make 2 points. One there, one there. That one, I kind of got lucky, but that one is supposed to be at the center of that arc, so that's pretty good. I'm going to now select those 2 and make sure they are horizontal from each other. I'm going to make sure that the distance between them is exactly 3 units. And that should be good enough, because this point right here is already at the center of the circle. So if they're horizontal from each other and it's stuck to the center, then it's going to be right in the middle where I want it. So now I'm going to go to the, oops, I'm done with my sketch. Now I'm going to go to the tool that makes holes. I'm going to tap that point right there and that point right there. And these holes have a diameter of 2 centimeters. And voila, we have our part number 13.